Okay, hello everybody, this is Mr. Hammer. We're going to have a quick video on how to mount your artwork. So number one, you need to cut out your piece and make sure you spend an extra minute and go very, very slowly to make the cutout perfect so the lines are perfectly straight. Then you're going to be choosing your construction paper, the color that you like. Then you're going to position the work. Now how to position it? Approximately in the middle and just maybe a little bit on the higher end. So if you're going to put it a little bit higher, that's fine. Don't put it too low. Then you're going to kind of just eyeball it left to right to make sure that it's about the same width, distance from here to here and here to here. You don't need to measure. Now you're going to put small pencil dots at each corner. So right here, I'm going to make my dots actually quite large so you can see them in the video, but you're going to do it in pencil. So I'm going to make it quite large. Yours are not going to be in marker, yours will be in pencil, and that's so you can see exactly after you've glued it, where to put it. And you can see those dots right over here. Now gluing, we're going to use white glue because it's actually quite strong and a lot more economically reasonable. That means it's cheaper than glue stick, which often doesn't stick. Now all you need, and here's the key, this is what I learned in 5th grade, you just need a little dot, literally a dot the size of an ant. And you put 3 on each side. Maybe you could add a 4th if you want, because yours is a little bit bigger than mine. 1 on each corner. Now notice how small they are. They're very, very small. Okay, and notice I don't go right to the edge, because when I press down, that glue is going to squeeze under, and I don't want that. Okay, so that's all you need, is about 3, maybe 4 on each side. Very, very small. Then you flip your image over, and then line up with your dots. And here's where you need to, this is the only difference, you need to kind of press and hold on each glue dot for about 10 seconds. That's what you need to do. Notice no glue is coming out underneath. That's because I moved the glue in about 3 millimeters from the edge. Okay, if you go right to the edge, you're going to see a little bit of glue sneaking out, and that does not look good because that stains your paper. So notice I'm pressing down, and notice also how you don't really see, if I put a ton of glue on there, you'd have these big blotches, and you don't have that at all. So now that's good. Now it's still wet, so you don't want to be lifting it up or moving it around because it will move at this point. So you've got to be careful, but in about 20 minutes, that's not going to move at all. Next thing is going to be titling. You're going to put a title right over here, and then on the right, your name and your class and the years. So for example, or maybe I'll write this in pen, Mr. Hammer, 7C 2017, the new year now. Now notice you can't see it so well, so you might want to make yours a little bit bigger. Now as far as the title goes, the title is here, nice and neat. You can title your work whatever you want. Okay, titles can be fun. When I title my artworks, I kind of title them random names. It's kind of my idea of kind of short poetry. But it's really up to you. You can title it something based upon what you've drawn. In your case, a self-portrait. You can title it based upon what it feels when you look at your portrait, or you can call it whatever you want. You can call it something random, not related at all to it, as long as it's good for school and not going to look bad when we're reading it in the hallways. You're going to put your title here, and you should write it out in pencil first. And you want it about 1 inch tall or so. So there we go, I've written it out. And then you're going to use probably colored pencil or a pen. And then once it's nice and neat, you'll write it in. I guess this, if you have a Sharpie, this works okay, actually. So I call this piece pencil first. See, why not? Something random and kind of odd and interesting. So there's my title. You can see it nice and clearly. What I have not done is I haven't done flowery, funny letters. I haven't done little faces and stuff like that. You want to keep it simple. Why? Because you want people looking at your work, not at the title. A lot of people will spend, their 6 or 10 hours on their drawing, then they'll make a very fancy kind of writing, they'll put some pictures here, they'll do all these funny things, and then people will spend more time looking here than over here. Here's a good example of what that's like. Imagine if you're going to a very fancy event and you go and I get myself a brand new silver suit and I have it fitted to me and tailored and it's a perfect fit, and just before I go to the event I think, well, wait a minute, everybody else is going to be dressed up too. I need to stand out. So I go buy myself a big happy face sticker, like the size of my head, and I stick it right on my shirt, right on the front. Well, what's everybody going to notice? They're going to notice my sticker, not this nice, lovely suit that I'm wearing. So that's the same idea here. Yes, if you do flowery lettering, it will stand out, but keep in mind, that's what people are going to look at, not the image here. So don't, even though you may be inclined to do something fancy here, don't. It's just a title, it's just your name, the date. If you want to do something fancy, come up with an interesting title. And that's it. When you're done, you can go and hand it back in.